Hi everybody, it's Gina from Euphoria Soapworks again. I'm making a second batch of soap. This one is Sea Salt and Driftwood. So this batter has been sitting for a while at room temperature. And I need to blend it up again here a little bit and hope that it's just fine. So today I'm going to be, this is another beachy soap. We've had a lot of beachy soaps this year. Lots. I'm going to go ahead and put the fragrance in right now. This fragrance, if I remember correctly, I haven't made this soap since last year. I usually do this one once a year. But I believe it performs pretty well. The batter always looks real loose, so I guess we will find out. So it's just going to be an in the pot swirl. So pretty simple anyways. Set that off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and measure off the sand portion here. Into the sand portion, I'm going to put a little bit of titanium dioxide. I like to mix mine with oil. Hold on a second. Looks like there's... I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything in there funky. I mix mine with oil. You can use titanium dioxide that's been mixed with water. Some people really love that. I prefer the oil. I don't add a lot of oil to it, just enough to blend it up so it stays pretty rich. And then to my... I'm essentially coloring it with natural colorants, so it should have kind of a little bit of a exfoliation, which I have been told by the men that love this soap that that's one of the things that they love about it. So that is organic ground oats, and this is organic ground chamomile. And this is organic black walnut hull powder. I'm not going to add a whole lot, but I do want to get it to the color and consistency that I want. So that black walnut hull powder is a wonderful exfoliant, but it can be very scratchy if used at high levels, so you want to just make sure that you're not overdoing it with that. Pardon me while I add a little bit more gold to this. I wanted to give it a tiny bit of a golden color here. This color that I'm using is Gleaming Gold from TKB. And it is gorgeous. Brambleberry used to do a really beautiful gold, but they've since reformulated, changed it somehow, and it just doesn't have that beautiful lightness that I was looking for. But it's still a gorgeous gold. It's just changed a bit, so I had to look somewhere else. Anyway, I'm really happy with this gold from TKB. Excuse me while I make a mess here. I mix my micas with a little bit of base oils. Usually I mix them with base oils. This was intended to go on the top, but I do want to just kind of warm this up a little bit so it's more of a sandy color. There we go. We're getting to the color I like. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really pretty. So I think I am going to add a little of that. This is Gold Sparkle. This is the one I was telling you from Brambleberry that is a beautiful mica, but it's darker than it was. But I think I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that anyways. See if I can get those air bubbles out. Just don't think I'm going to. I like to just do a quick pulse in case there are bubbles, just to kind of check. You can tell by the sound. Okay. This is still beautiful color. I think I want to have it still a little bit darker even than that, because against the blue it just turns into such a gorgeous contrast, you know. So you don't have to mix your micas in with your oils, but it just helps to disperse it a little bit better so you don't have any clumps. There we go. And that did exactly what I wanted it to do. Thickened it up nicely so that I can have a nice layer on the bottom, and it just brought all that together. That color deepened, and okay. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that right in there. I can adjust you guys so it's not. And this one, I don't really want it to be a straight line on the bottom. I'd like to have a little, some bumps and curves, and It just, to me, adds interest. Straight lines are fine, but they're just so boring sometimes. They have their place sometimes when you're trying to do, you know, neat layers and you want everything the same. Then it's wonderful to have straight lines. But for this, I just want it to be more kind of a rustic, beachy, casual kind of a soap. So I will actually, even though this fragrance behaves so well, I'm actually going to try to get it to not lay down perfectly flat. Okay. So I'll let that set up a tad, and then I'll go back in with my spatula here and just kind of make some waves. You can tell that it's a little too fluid right now. So I'll pause you while we get that set up. Okay, so we're gonna go and do the in the pot swirl here. I've got the blues mixed up, and it's starting to thicken somewhat, so I want to go ahead and get it going. So I'm just going to drop it into kind of from high up 3 or 4 different places. And I'm not going to save any of the batter because I do mica on top. It's the same color. It's so pretty. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get this out of here. All my regular tools are still packed and missing, so I'm trying to make do with subpar stuff here, but you can only do what you can do. Alright, and then we're going to drop the white in there. Same deal, right next to the aqua. This is just an in the pot swirl. Nothing fancy. The higher that you drop it from, the deeper into your soap it'll go, especially if it's starting to thicken a little bit. If it's real loose, you might want to drop it at a lower distance. Otherwise, it'll all sink to the bottom. But once I get this in, we're going to stir it. There we go. I'm going to use my big spatula here. Just going to stick it in, take it to the side. Nothing crazy. I want to keep a lot of those colors still defined a bit, so all right, and we're just gonna go ahead and pour this in here. It's breaking through a little, but I was kind of okay with that. There we go. Now we're gonna This is darker than I usually make it because I am using a different colorant. But I think for a men's soap, you know, sometimes dark is better. They don't usually like all the light colors and oftentimes don't like the mica, but I like to put it in this anyways, so. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Clean this up a little bit here. Just bouncing that on the table just to get a little, get the bubbles out. Running my knife around the sides to clean it up a bit. All right. A little bit more white on the top. Pretty slim pickings on the white. I scraped that pot pretty well. Okay. Now I'm just going to get some of this blue mica and we'll just dot it here and there. This one isn't going to show up as much, obviously, because there's so much blue already. No big deal. Okay, now I'll do some of that aqua. And this aqua is, well, it's Tahitian teal, and I'm pretty sure it's nurture. Might be Mad Micas. Hopefully, I should double check so I don't give you guys the wrong info. Okay. And I like to just put random, you know, spots here and there, and it is Mad Micas, so sorry. Mad Micas has wonderful micas. And here goes my little gold drip. Don't like to do too much of this, just a little. Since it is a men's soap, I don't tend to like a lot of shiny, sparkly stuff, but I can't keep myself from sparkling everything. I have a really hard time. I love glitter. I love shiny things. Anything pretty. Okay, that's enough. And I just use these corn dog sticks And you can just do your large circle 8s. They make beautiful swirls. And wow, that's really pretty. I think I should just stop there because I think it looks really pretty. Sometimes I like to just pull some of those swirls out a little bit more. All right, and we are done. So we're gonna go ahead and spray with some 99% isopropyl alcohol. Now this can make your micas migrate a bit if it's wet, which it does. You can see that it's doing that here. And you usually don't want to go back in and mess with it. So what I'll do probably, since I don't want that to happen anymore, is I will let it set for a bit and then I'll go back in and spray it some more. Plus this soap doesn't look bad with a little soda ash on it because it just adds to that kind of beachy vibe. So we'll go ahead and see if you guys can see this close. And this is our Sea Salt and Driftwood. And it should be ready by mid-August. And I will post a link to that if anybody's interested to purchase. You can message me and I'll give you the info. Otherwise, we'll probably have a release coming up on July 26th, and we'll have another one coming up with the last of our summer soaps in August. And I'll go ahead and post that. So anyway, we'll see you guys back for the cut. Bye for now. Hi everyone, this is Gina from Euphoria Soapworks here, and we're gonna go ahead and cut the Sea Salt and Driftwood. This is a men's silk soap that we make every year, and it smells wonderful. And it's just a fun, beachy styled soap. And I've been meaning to make it sooner, but I've been backed up on my restock, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and we'll see how it turned out. This soap is still very soft. Ooh, that's a pretty end piece there. I probably should be waiting to cut this, but I've got so much work ahead of me. I'm trying to play catch up here, so we're just gonna go ahead and press on through. See, it's still pretty sticky, so. Ooh. See if you can see that. That's pretty. This smells so delicious. It's like it's hard to describe the scent. It's very masculine. Women like it too, though. Cool, refreshing, beachy. Just a really wonderful men's fragrance. So let's see if I can. All right, see if you guys can see that. Oh, that turned out really pretty. I am loving the way the sand is kind of splashed with the swirls of water. I didn't want the sand to look just like a straight line, although it may in some places. This fragrance really retards trace and slows down the saponification process. Oh, let's see if you can see that one. Ooh, so pretty. Just gorgeous. I make this one every year, and every year it's just a really great soap to look forward to. I have men's line I sell out of pretty quickly, and I'm trying to get those restocked as fast as I can. So this one's kind of cool on this side. Anyway, so that turned out just like I had hoped. And these should be ready by mid-August. Oh, just gorgeous. This one has a lot more blue in it than past batches, although they've been very blue too. The aqua has been more prominent in some of the batches. I love how each bar is unique, and on both sides. That's cute. We have little splashes of sand up in there. That's what happens when you drop soap batter into a layer that is very, very fluid. So if you don't want that to happen, I don't mind. I like the movement. But if you don't want that to happen, you need to pour low and slow, or you can pour over a spatula. I really don't mind. I like the way it looks. It gives the soap some character. So you can see that each piece is unique. Oh, it smells so good. Women always want to steal this bar from their husbands when they buy it. They tell me how much they love it too. So it's definitely men's to unisex. It's a great fragrance. And I'm still trying to restock a lot more of our men's soaps. It's gonna take me a while though, because I'm so far behind. The move really slowed us down this year, so we're still kind of trying to get through that. So we're just doing the best we can. I love I didn't show you this, but the top, such beautiful swirls on top. Anyway, this should be available in mid-August, like I said, and we will have another release coming up around then. But right now the release that's coming is July 26th. And that should have all of our most recent stuff that's cured. So I'll post to Instagram what that is soon here, so everybody will know. All right, that's it for Sea Salt and Driftwood. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we will continue to try to get more good content to you. We're trying every time to find some space and a better place to record so that the quality of our videos can get better. So please be patient. We're going as fast as we can. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.